Wizard Lost Ark adventure is over. This is a guy, we've been watching this guy ever since I came back to streaming earlier this year. This is the Russian wizard.
Today is fateful day. Officially, this Wizard Lost Ark adventure is over. You can unsubscribe, dislike, and move forward with your life. As for my guild members, well, I should do separate movie for you to thank you for all your sacrifices, commitment. But yeah, guys, I'm too lazy, so you gonna tag along. So as you probably know, core members of my guild that we create the guild no longer playing the games, warn them off. They're pussies, okay? They got old and they just survived 2,000 hours. What a bitches. But it is what it is. So we have no longer have a team. And I give the game like a 6 to 8 weeks break. And
I think that's probably the biggest reason. Like, if he's playing with his friends every week and then all of his friends quit, of course he's going to quit. I think that's normal. I feel like that's what happens with a lot of people. It's like regardless of like the state of the game, like, bro, people quit the game during Old War. People quit the game during Legion and like Nighthold. It's because their friends stopped playing. That's the biggest reason.
I think how I feel about recovering from this disaster and continuing playing the game. So to bring our guild back to the shine, it will take 6 months to a year to reroll all the classes, enchant your equipment, you know?
That's a lot.
Train new people. And I ask myself, do I want to do it? Do you want to spend another 6 months to a year in this game?
Well, it's not even that it's in the game. It's in the game just redoing everything you already did. That doesn't sound like a good time. And it doesn't take 6 months. It just takes $6,000. So let's keep that in mind too.
And the question is no. To make it more in wizard language, I would say the balls detach from the cock and we are no longer able to produce the offspring.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, everyone, for all your support
I get what you're saying.
And commitment. But I have enough of this BS.
That makes sense.
And I'm going into vacation from MMO. See ya, goodbye.
That's smart. Nope.
Oh, you guys are still here. Well, you probably want like longer run, so yeah, let's go. What we drink? We need something for drink.
Oh, it's Fanta? Piss. Great.
It may be dangerous.
2 bottles of piss.
Let's go with some classic.
Wow.
El Clásico.
What a mistake. You guys see that? Like, you see people like, you cannot... Where the hell is it? You can't use a glass drink. Because if you do that, then you have to wash it. So now you just created another problem for yourself. No wonder this guy doesn't have any time to fucking play MMOs. He's sitting there doing dishes all fucking day because he's getting everything dirty.
Do mini wizard.
Not min-maxing.
With some plyback on the back for more visual fidelity. So, we need to begin with mindset. First,
wait. Did I just see what I thought I saw?
With mind.
Oh my god. There it is. Boys, it's only like 2 weeks. Oh my god. There it is right there. We're gonna have it again.
Mindset. First, I need to explain what is in my head. So everyone will understand, everyone gonna be on the same page when I'm coming from.
This old map.
So there is like the 5 to 10 hour window. What can you do in 5 to 10 hours? You can complete some Assassin's Creed or God of War and restart it to try another ending. You can
Yeah.
complete your shift in your work and earn like $150, $200.
That's a
what
bit
can
much.
you do in 5-10 hours? Pretty much a lot of things
Yeah.
in terms of gaming. But what happened after 5 to 10 hours in your MMO game? You
You
leave.
probably have like if you had a skill that was like level like 35, maybe it might be like level 37 and the max level is 200. Yeah, so yeah, that all right. Yeah, you farm all the Guardian raids, Chaos dungeons, Abyss dungeons, Challenge Abyss dungeons, get the Una's tasks out of the way. On 4 characters, you do 2 honings and they both fail. And that's it.
The queue, you made your character, and you just like complete first starting village, and you are trash,
Yep.
basically. So this kind of game require from me enormous amount of time and energy put into it.
Yeah, that's how
So I
every
want to
game
be
is.
good
Yeah.
at them, because I can spend these 10,000 hours on drawing, playing guitar, another funny thing, and I be quite decent at it. And instead of that, I'm spending it on this game. So I want to be good at it. I want to
Yeah, exactly.
perform well. I don't want to be trash.
I did
So
that
that's
with
my
Overwatch.
mindset I come with. And to survive or enjoy all of these hours that you're gonna put in to enjoy all of the game content, you need to be hooked for the game. You need to feel hype every time you log in. And 3 main driving factors for me to invest time in MMO are Flex, Unga Bunga, and Sunflowers. I will explain every one of them individually.
So, good raids, cool looking gear that you can show off, and a good gathering system. No, that makes sense. Absolutely. Unga Bunga could just mean characters with big tits in the game too, which either way I agree with.
So let's start with the Flex. Easy. I have spent million hours in this game, 1,000 achievements. I want to show someone, I want to be different than other players. I want to feel that I achieved something. I want to say, my mom, look mom, my armor is so good that I can one-shot all the heretics.
Yeah, I remember I tried to explain to my dad, like, I remember whenever I got Invincible, and I tried to explain to my dad, like I'm like, Pa, like, I got Invincible, like, no, you don't understand, like, so, no, it's not a job, no, but no, I didn't call that one place to get a job, no, like, but look, so it's the Lich King's mount, like, nobody had to, and it dropped, right, but no, I mean, like, no, I stayed up late to do it. Well, no, I didn't wake up early today either. But, like, I have this mount, like, dead. And I'm trying to explain. And he did not give a fuck. I remember this. Yeah, he was so pissed I didn't have a job back then. It's like 10 years ago.
That's I'm working for. And when you look in this game,
Yeah.
you start analyzing. All right, let's start with your equipment, armor, item
yeah.
level. Every schmuck can have every armor he wants. There is no difficulty to obtain armor type or craft something. There is
That is generally true. I think the only exception of that is that you have the glows, and it's not like any dipshit can get a level 23 or level 20 glow. It's just a dipshit with a lot of money. So, like, you do have the weapon glows. That's a unique thing.
not existing. Every schmuck have it, it's easy. And upgrade, you can buy it.
True.
You can buy, and someone that start last week can be better than me who plays for a year, because he visa whoosh, in terms of equipment he's better than me. So
Swiper, no
equipment flex
swiping.
do not exist in this game.
True.
Okay, so maybe some achievements, like PvP, solo PvP. Okay, you do solo PvP, you win.
I feel like, why would you care about, like, solo PvP in Lost Ark whenever you could just do League of Legends or a MOBA that's better designed? Like, I couldn't imagine myself, like, wanting to do that. It just
rare
doesn't make
mount
sense to
and
me.
rare skin, and the skins look so poor that compare to the cash drop skin,
Bismarck
you're
on
not
the
gonna
screen?
even use them. And even if you use them, the people not even gonna know what the fuck is this, rope that you stole from your mom.
Yeah, nobody knows what it is. I feel like Lost Ark has a couple of flex titles and flex items, right? So the Golden Turpion's pretty hard to get. There's a couple of PvP mounts that are pretty hard to get. You have titles that are kind of hard to get. You have Demon's Roar, like Hell Mode, Vaulton, that kind of stuff. Like, you do have some visual indicators of skill. They are in Lost Ark. It's not that they aren't there, but there's not that many of them. I'll be right back. I take a piss.
What a shitty skin. So individual flex not really existing. Maybe guild flex. Okay, so there is guild PvP that almost no one plays. I win.
Isn't the guild PvP just pay to win though?
The most hard PvP guild plays. I keep it for 3 months and people don't even know what is it.
Yeah.
Because it's pay to win and no content creators don't tell people to be hyped. So no one is hyped. There is like small icon next to your name if you win the PvP as a guild. But whatever, no one cares. So in this game...
I feel like these guys made Elgatia right after they got done playing Final Fantasy XIV. You have like the Susano and like the Bismarck right there after each other. Two of like the main, main things in the whole trailer that look cool is like 2 Final Fantasy things.
I do not feel that I achieved something. Maybe this Hell Mode title or First Guardian Ashate skill maybe
something
tickling
like that.
me a bit. But the amount of work that you need to put in, you need to have specific class. You need to prepare and
That's
bang
cool.
the wall, the head, wall with the head for 10-20 hours, and you need to have team. I'm not so hyped about it,
It
and
takes a
it's
long
only the
time.
title, and probably people don't even gonna know what the title is. Next one is Unga Bunga. What is Unga Bunga? It's possibility to build your character, and there is many different ways, like Patch of Exile, skill tree, new build, exciting possibilities, exploring new uncharted lands. You think, oh, Lost Ark, oh, so many options, so many sets. But in reality, it's very limited. You use like 40 engravings in the game, and you have you use your class engraving, Grudge, Karsdol, Kinblant, this is Fort.
It's like Raid Captain for a lot of people too.
And on top of that, maybe Precision Dagger, Massacre, or Adrenaline. That's it, 10 engravings. Other 40 or 30, whatever.
I think this is a bad thing too. The fact that a lot of the engravings are just so bad nobody uses them. I don't find this to be good at all. I think the reason why it happens too is because there aren't really that many things in the game that require you to be at like a very high level of play. There's not that many of them whenever you think about it. So for most people, it doesn't really matter, and they just go with the exact same thing. It's not like you want to have different engravings for different situations. Like maybe somebody has a Chaos Dungeon set, but probably not.
No one uses it. So you have like multiple classes, but every class use basically same build. Same with the stats. You have agility, suppression, speciality, critical, endurance. What else is there? The other statistic that I remember from the top of my head.
Specialization, crit, swiftness.
What is
endurance,
two builds only
domination.
are in game? Critical agility or critical speciality. That's it. No one used.
Yeah, I think that one's stupid too. The fact that domination and endurance are really unused. And I've heard that they're useful in PvP, but whenever PvP is only an activity that 3 to 5% of the, probably like 5 to 10% of the population participates in, I think the value of these items on the auction house speaks for itself. They're worth nothing because nobody gives a fuck.
Suppression, No one used endurance. Or
Yeah.
the last one, I don't even remember the name. Where is the... And oh yeah, and this is not the most important part. Most important part is, okay, you discover something, because sometimes you discover something in this game and you make your build, and what happens? It's nerfed. You go
That's
outside
true.
the meta and it's crazy good. Oh, too good. Pfft, nerfed. Let me give you some examples.
Green
Back in
potions.
the day,
With
if
Mayhem
you,
Berserker.
the warlord, the class that have taunt, if you taunt the monster, the boss, the game sees the monster for this short period of time. It was seeing the monster as it's CC'd, it's stunned. Okay, so that allow to using of suppression statistic. Okay, so warlord, you have warlord or discord. He calls on gun lancer, whatever. He used the taunt, psh, calls it. Everyone do massive damage. Boom, boss is deleted in 2 seconds because the
sounds
suppression
great.
statistic work. If the boss is in CC state, you do extra bonus giga damage.
Oh
What
yeah, if they're
fucking
staggered.
nerf. Poof.
Yeah.
Removed from the game. Next one, preemptive strike. Preemptive strike was 300% on the first hit. You do 300% damage.
Holy shit.
If the boss have full HP or target have full HP. Not only did it work on PvP, and the whales cry on the forums because the guy spent 10,000 euro on his set, and you were with preemptive strike, you were able to kill.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a situation where somebody spends $10,000 and they lose. Yeah, we can't have this happen. This is outrageous. At that point, it's basically stealing. Yeah, I mean, really.
him through the wall on the respawn one shot. You were also able to kill one shot bosses with the ultimate. Fantastic kabunga damage, unga bunga. No, fucking nerf it. Too strong.
Yeah,
In
that
this game
seems
there was
dumb.
also elemental weapons. The weapons have like water, fire, ice attribute into him.
Right.
And they can do more damage to this kind of monster, less damage to this kind of monster. No, psh, remove. There was also jewelry. The jewelry that allow you to use the skill of the guardian. So for example, you farm Ashates or Egrection, and you were able to drop Ashates jewelry or Egrection jewelry, and when you attack there was like chance, this set of jewelry have chance to trigger the boss skill. I don't
That's really cool. That's too bad they took that out of the game. That's fucking... Erection? Yeah, Erection is a boss. He is a tier 3 guardian. He's the black Verdas. And he goes through the 3 phases, and yeah, you guys know Erection. Yeah. His 1340 item level. Yeah.
remember what was for the Ashates one, but for the Egrection set there was like this pulsating orb that do damage. That was fun. That was
That's
something
badass.
different.
That's too bad they took that out of the
Bagush
game.
removed that shit from the game. Another thing, they discover on Destroyer that there is, when you knock down the boss with the broken bone engraving or neutralization, you do massive damage if you like combine something.
Oh, that's the big bonks. The one, yeah. Destroyers were able to hit for 1 billion. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. Look at this. As far as I know, this guy takes more damage. I'm not 100% sure. But, like, yeah, apparently this guy takes more damage. It's like a damage increase phase. But it's probably nothing like this. Look at this.
What the
Just no big deal. Just a casual 700,000 big bonk. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, let's go back and see how big that number was again. There we go. 1,700,000,000. Guess what? He died. So yeah, that's what they can do. It's nuts.
Boom, nerfed. Removed. To that garbage can. I think to myself, okay, I'm gonna dedicate myself to the build. First,
Yeah.
I cannot buy the jewelry for it. Because no one sells it. So I spend months.
And the reason why nobody sells it is because nobody's going to buy it because of the fiat cost. It's not because the jewelry doesn't exist. It's because the fiat cost makes people unwilling to try to buy anything else except for, 95% matches on best in slot.
Get the proper jewelry set because no one sells this build because everyone play 5 engravings and 1 set or 2. 2 sets and 5 engravings. That's the meta on every class. So I'm spending like month or 2 on this to get the jewelry. Then you spend another month or 2 to get for your build to get the tripods enchants because they are also not popular. Oh yeah, tripods enchant,
Yeah, it'll
and
take
peons
forever.
go in. Another month or 2 go in. So we are 4 months in and doing shitty builds. Okay, you make your build, it's amazing, boom, it's nerfed. So why bother?
I feel like that's the way that PoE always goes, right? Is it like you invest a lot of time into a build and then you build it and it's really good, then the next league comes out and it's deleted. Like this has happened many times with me. I played carrying golems whenever they were at like the peak of their brokenness. I played skeleton mages like one step after they were super broken before they just got completely deleted. And yes, that's just what happens. But I think the difference with Lost Ark is that like people spend a lot of money in the game, and also everybody effectively gets reset. So it's not like you're getting reset. It's not like you have to restart the league. Everybody restarts the league. Arc Witch, yeah, that got nerfed.
Why bother
Nerfed like 3 times.
developing something special in this game? And in the end, the bitch is gonna right click, scan you, and copy your build and kill you with your own build.
True. Smart guy.
This is absolutely whack. This is whack. So, sunflowers now. Every player have unique skill. My unique skill is I can talk with you or watch you for 30 minutes to 1 hour and I can tell if you're gonna be good player or you're gonna be trash. I'm enjoying rising the players in my guild.
Yeah, I think you can tell if somebody's good or not too. Like sometimes you just read their name and you know if they're stupid or not. Like if their name is the name of like a rapper from like, 3 years ago or something, these people are probably fucking garbage. Like they have no idea what they're doing. But if they have some like stupid anime name and like you look at their character and they're like 200 roster level, it's like, yeah, this guy's going to be fine.
Like sunflowers in greenhouse. And in this game, if you want to help someone rise the player and like, team, yeah, let's go. Rise the guild and destroy the enemy. Grind them to dust. Ah, yes, they die. I feel accomplishment. And in this game, you help someone and you harm yourself. Why? Because you don't want to wipe with him 7-8 hours, explain him mechanic, because you are stressed. Oh, I have in back on your head.
That's one of the issues with bosses like Vicus and bosses like the Clown. Like, obviously, Cockle Sadon isn't as bad because you only need 3 other people. But whenever there are bosses that punish the entire raid whenever one player makes a mistake and the boss effectively becomes impossible, people will become a lot more stringent with who they're going to invite. Whereas with Vaulton, if you invite somebody who is their monitor isn't even on. Well, that doesn't matter. Like, you get knocked off the edge in the first phase. Who gives a fuck? Like, we'll be able to clear it anyway. It's not a big deal. And yeah, maybe you might hit the DPS check at the end and you might die there, but there's like a way for you to overcome that. You can overcome another player's mistake on a boss like Valton, whereas you really just can't overcome another player's mistake on Vicus or on Cockle Sadon. You just can't do it. They have to do it right, and if they don't do it right, everybody dies.
I have the 6, 7 alt characters to do. So many clowns.
Yeah,
so many
nobody wants to play with a new player in that circumstance.
Valtans, and you don't want to use your character to help your guildie or your friend because, you can sell the carry. You can, sell the carry, get gold from randoms, and be stronger yourself.
Right.
Why help someone? Why play with some of your mates if it's harming you? It's slowing down your progress. Every of your character is carrying. You also buy carry, sell carry, gold. And you don't want to waste time, so many alts to do. So, oh my...
I think that people do that because, again, it's just really punishing to have somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. And also, the other reason why you have a lot of carries is that there's not a lot of new players. So, like, you don't have, like, a massive new player group of people that are willing to, like, learn things. Like, I remember, for example, in Final Fantasy, whenever, like, it got really popular last year, and, like, I was playing it, like, a lot of other WoW players were playing it, and, like, everybody was talking about the game again, whenever that happened, there were a lot of groups that were probably more accepting of, like, new players because there was a large amount of new players into the game at that point. So if you don't have a large enough pool of that, you do get the elitism. And it's not really even elitism, it's just people wanting to play with other people that have the equivalent skill level. It's common sense. Now Final Fantasy XIV is dead. It's not dead. I actually looked at the Steam charts, and I was really surprised to see how many players it retained ever since the recent 6.2 patch. I think that went really well. But obviously it might not be as popular on Twitch, sure, but that's not the only measurement that you have.
Got so many dailies. 50 Argoses this week. You have time to speak someone?
Exactly.
You have time, to play with your mates? No.
Nope.
It's us. I don't like it. Everyone is like stressed.
Yeah.
I also myself, you can watch my stream back then when we played the Valorant first time. I was also stressed. Oh my god, these noobs. This game make me stress that we do the dungeon slowly.
Well, the reason why also is that you have to do it a bunch of times. So people are itemizing their time in a capacity that makes them want to do it as quickly as possible. Like, they want to do it as quickly as possible because they have so many other things to do. So if you have 6 characters and you're doing Legion raids on 6 characters, that's 18 Legion raids you have to do. So if Alton takes 3 hours, you just do the math. If everything took 3 hours, then you'd never be able to finish it.
Enjoy making dungeon, and the failure we should laugh, enjoy our time. And instead of that, I'm stressed that I'm not gonna complete the rotation this week and I'm gonna fall behind now, and it's not for me.
I kind of felt that way with Tower of Fantasy, actually, because I felt like I had to log on every day to, like, burn down my, what do you call it? The rest of it, the resource that you use to, like, open chests. I forgot what it was called. There's, like, 75 different currencies in that game. And it's like, I felt like once I stopped doing it, that if I came back, everybody else would have Vitality. Yeah, it was Vitality. Everybody else would have, like, way better stuff than me. And they did. As soon as I stopped doing it all the time, then other people started getting better stuff. They started getting better itemized off pieces, things with, like, crit that upgraded crit. And, like, now I bet there's people, like, what's the level cap now in Tower of Fantasy? I bet it's probably, like, level 80, right? I'm kind of assuming that. It's 74. Oh, really? Well, that would take me like probably 2 days to get to. That's actually not so bad. But either way, like I'm only like 64 or 65 or 66 or something. Like I'm much lower. And it would take me a good amount to catch up to those people.
It don't fulfill these three conditions
Yeah.
that are talked you about before. And as you can see, the people enjoy the game. The online didn't lie.
Yeah, I mean, look at all these new players. Look at them all. There's hundreds of them there just doing that one quest, bro. Like, this quest line was lit. Oh my god, no wonder everybody was there to play. Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. This shit was awesome.
This is
And that's only on one channel,
what the
too.
casual NDs want. This is what the player wants this day. And there is no place for old fat fucks like me to complain. This is what they want. This is what they pay. Let them play. But this game is no longer for me. I'm not enjoying it. It's wearing me out.
I feel like anybody would wear themselves out if they had to do Legion raids on 4 characters. Like, I do Cockle Sadon, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. Whenever I get my 6-piece, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Like, after I get my 6-piece, I already have the fucking emotes. I already have a number of other things. I've got 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left, and then I might do it for content on my stream or something like that. And until Belshazzar, well, what do I get? What do I get there? I mean, yeah, I guess you could get the fused leap stones, but you could just like spend money and get the equivalent of that. Yeah, I do 6 cockles for my first week, and I enjoy the fuck out of it. Yeah, I don't. You get Esther material weapons out of it later. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. So I gotta keep doing it? Oh, shit. Okay, alright. Never mind. Oh, yeah.
So that's why
I didn't know that.
I decided
Thought you could leave.
to
I
quit
did.
forever. So what next, my friends?
I don't think you should ever write a blank check. Like, if the game comes out and it's fun again and you're enjoying it, or you have like the right mindset to play it again, I don't think you should think to yourself, oh man, like I said I was gonna quit the game, so now I can't play it anymore. Nah, bro, like if you feel like playing the game again, just log on and play the game again. It's for fun. You don't have to like make a statement. You don't have to, stay true to your word. It's a video game. Nobody gives a fuck. Just if you feel like playing the game, play the game. If you don't feel like playing the game, don't fucking play the game. It's that simple.
For now, I have decided to quit.
Well, Lost Ark no fun though, Sag. I really have fun doing what I do in Lost Ark. I actually enjoy doing the raids. Whenever I know what I'm doing. Like, I will say this. This was the first week that I did Cockle Sadon, and I didn't die. The first and probably last week that I did it correctly, and I didn't make any mistakes. And that felt pretty good. I'm going to be honest. It genuinely felt good that we killed the boss. I was like 58% of the fucking damage. I didn't get knocked off the platform. I didn't fail Mario 7 times in a row. I didn't get turned into a clown 3 times during phase 1. Like, I actually fucking did it. And so, yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, I really had fun doing it, but I can guarantee you if I had to do it 7 times a week, 6 times a week, 3 times a week, twice a week even, I probably wouldn't like it as much. I only like it whenever I only have to do it like once or twice. It's kind of like what I said with the Guardian raids, is I think they should make Guardian raids just double the rewards and make it once a day. Straight up. Just make it once a day, double the rewards.
Any MMO, and I focus on fighting games for now, as I want to get better, rise ranks, Tekken 8 coming, Riot, fighting game coming. I want to be
Whenever a new Soul Calibur comes out, I'll play that.
high rank in one of these games, so I can voice my opinion and no schmuck come like, oh, did you know you are like beginner rank?
True.
And these games also fulfill two of my desires. Flex, because there are some tricks or moves that are hard to perform and you need to like dedicate 200, 300 hours to make them fluently with your wooden hands, and you can, you can flex on someone and show them the way. And the second thing, these games have various amounts of moves and possibilities, so Unga Bunga is there. You play as you want. There is no set path in a stone. You play as you want and you design your own style and your own shitty combos.
I think that's the same thing with something like Overwatch. Like, you can flex a lot in Overwatch just by playing Widowmaker if you're really good at the game, or Ashe, or McCree, or something like that. Because those characters are, like, super high-skill characters. And it's like you even have, like, kind of, like, just really smart, like, you have to be, like, good at the game at, like, planning to play something like Symmetra, for example. Like, I think that, yeah, if you play a character like that, that's definitely almost like a flex even in itself. Yeah, Kiriko, dagger kills, etc. And, like, there's a lot of ways you can flex in that game. Yeah, Genji, Tracer, that's another one.
That's what I like about it. People also ask me about the New World. Well, I will be honest with you. Only morons play New World. Why? The game is not that bad. But you need to remember, this team that designed the game changed so many times that the engine that they develop, the code, is like made by people that are no longer in the company. And it's shit. So the foundation of the games are rotten. Okay? It's Swiss cheese. If you have any coding, experience, programming experience, I have some of it, at least, so you know if there is like 50 million lines of the code, you cannot just fix it. If it's fact, it's fact. You need to rewrite it. Did they rewrite the code for the New World? No, they just fixed the holes. But some there, deep down in the code, there are fucking minefield. There are bombs there.
I think that what he's saying is, like, there is a part of that that's true with, like, collision. I think, like, character and, like, player model collision and, like, player and NPC collision, object collision that's not environment collision, it can be really fucky. Other than that, I feel like New World code is fine. That's the only thing I think is not good.
And sooner or later, there's gonna be discovered. So I'm gonna invest.
Again, like, I play World of Warcraft, and anything that you can say about spaghetti code with New World, I play WoW.
1,000 hours in MMO, and boom, new dupe method, new invincibility hacks, and all my farming go flush into the toilet.
That's why people wanted to play the fresh servers, I think, is to just kind of get away from that kind of stuff that happened on release. To be fair, I feel like they haven't had a, like Days Gone without massive duping accident. I feel like that number is kind of high at this point. Things have improved a lot.
I don't want to waste time, When the gray hairs start to appear on my head, I realize that I'm no longer immortal. I'm gonna die. So I start to value my time way more. And New World,
just do like me. Just cut them out and pretend like they're not there. Problem solved.
It's not bad at this stands now, but this is like Pandora box or some, bomb with the timer set on it. It's gonna explode. It may explode tomorrow or it may explode in 5 years. No one knows. But I don't want to put my time into the game that can disintegrate any second. Some late and Ashes of Creation. Okay, Ashes of Creation.
Oh, well, before I pause it, I think that it's important to, like, having the accomplishments that you've done matter in, like, the grand scheme of things. I feel like I'm at the point in my life where it is very hard for me to feel any sort of satisfaction for an accomplishment in a video game. And I think it's just a mix of age, a mix of kind of like I've already kind of been there in my life. I've felt that way before. It's and that's not a bad thing either. I'm not saying like, oh well, this is bad about video games. No, I think it's actually a good thing. I'm glad that I'm past that point in my life. And that's why I play, like, for example, I play on the New World Fresh server. I play on the Wrath of the Lich King Fresh server because my old character that I had tier 3 and, Thunder Fury on and everything, that's great. But, like, I did that. It was awesome. Like, now what's next? Like, I've tried to, like, stop holding on to what I've had and just valuing the adventure and the excitement of the day-to-day. And if that's enjoyable, then that's all that matters.
The latest debate get me a bit hyped because they talking about the PvP, and I am open world PvP enthusiast, so it get me a bit tickled. What's make me sad about Ashes of Creation that it's not Coomer MMO. It's like the...
No, that's not true. They said, I think that no, that's Tower of Fantasy that has 2 boob sliders. I think Steven confirmed that there'll be at least 1, and I think there's also going to be an ass slider too. Now, what does, the full right side of the spectrum mean? Does that mean, like, fucking larger than average or, like, ridiculously huge? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But either way, I don't think you should write it off, and I also think that, if Steven and Ashes of the Creation team is around... they ever see this, I think that they should definitely invite our friend here, Divian Fur. Like, it's 100% invite him in, because they need the opinions of people like him. So many people, yeah, absolutely.
The armors and everything, it's look like, medieval. What I see until now, it's look like some medieval settings. Nothing to fap to. And I play this Korean MMO for so long, that's become part of me, that they need to be big titties, big titties sets need to be in the game. If they're not there, true. I'm not hyped, so I'm half hyped.
Should play Final Fantasy.
Not hyped about the game, how the game looks, but I'm hyped about the PvP. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy.
How about that? Hey. How about that? Yeah, there we go, boys. There we fucking go. Yeah, look. I mean, the guy's a treasure. Yeah, exactly. There you fucking go. Pre-watched? Bro, I watch videos before they even get released on YouTube. Yeah, they send me the raw copy. That way I can formulate my reaction whenever they premiere. That's the way it goes. So, yeah, I think that, I feel like the Booba stuff and Ashes of Creation, like, all that stuff is good. I feel like all of the... Like, the sexualization stuff, I don't think that you should force sexualization on the players. Like, I think that Lost Ark should have conservative outfits and conservative characters, too. But in the same way that, like, I hate how there are these, like, these fucking weird fucks on the internet that get in their feelings every single time there's a girl in a video game that's larger than a D cup. Like, in the same way that they are, like, stupid... I also think the people that want to make everything porn are also stupid. I feel like you should be able to choose what you want to do. Give players a choice.
Not seriously, just to appreciate the game and what the legacy it brings, because it's last non-pay-to-win game on the market, so just to appreciate its legacy. In my opinion, what I see the combat, this is trash game. This is PvE game. I'm more into PvP, so I will probably not like it, but to appreciate its legacy and what it do for all of us MMO fans, I want to play just complete MSQ and that's it. We will see what come forward. And yeah,
I think he should try to do the raids. I think the raids in Final Fantasy are really good, at least the ones that I've done so far. Like, doing the MSQ is nice, and the quest lines are good, and, sure, I think it's good. But that's not really as big of a deal, in my opinion, as the raids. Like, I feel like the Coils of Bahamut was probably one of the best raids I've ever done. Now, I will absolutely say that Coils of Bahamut had a number of bosses that didn't really need to be there. Like, there was, like, I think there's 13 levels to it or something like that. I feel like there's 13. There's a second, first, and third Coil of Bahamut. There's like 3, 4, 5, I don't remember. Anyway, I feel like there's some of them that don't really need to be there, but the ones that are there, yeah, it's 13, I thought so. Yeah, you have like Nail, which was fucking badass, Twintanya, which was badass. Even like there's a handful of other ones that were really good. Like that one guy that we wiped on like 0.1%. I thought that boss was really cool. There was the Medusa boss, which was really cool. Let's see. Fuck. Cocytus, the first one was kind of interesting as like a, an intro into it. Yeah, Cocytus. Yeah, there you go. And Knights of the Round. No, that's not. That's Heaven's Ward. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I really, really like the final one where you actually fight Bahamut, and he's like in that circle, and like the fucking cinematic is like like you have to use like all the shields to avoid all the damage. With like the Limit Break 3, that was so fucking cool. Yeah, the Phoenix was cool too. Like, it was one of my favorite raids I've ever done in any game before. It was incredible. Like, in my opinion, I thought it was a lot better than Alexander. In terms of like its impact on the story and everything like that. Alexander had some really cool fights though.
Let me know in the comments below which play Final Fantasy server the bald man Xeno is playing.
Cactar server. Cactar server on, I forgot what data center I'm on. Aether data center. Yeah, join and play on Cactar.
Because I don't care about the pink, I will join his server. Maybe he's gonna tell me something funny. Or teach me about the game, guys? So let me know in the comment below which NA server he's playing. And last thing I want to do, I just waste like 4 years or 3 years on Lost Ark, and I miss a lot of, reworks of my childhood games. As Crash Bandicoot get reworked, Spyro, Crash Team Racing, that's the game that I grow up.
Yeah, I've kind of wanted to go back and play all of the Mario games. The last Mario game that I really played seriously was Super Mario Sunshine. And like, as somebody who, like, my favorite game of all time, whenever I grew up, like the iconic game that whenever I think of, like, what game did you play whenever you were growing up, it was Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island. And a little bit farther out would be Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Like, that was my shit. And I feel like I haven't played, the last Legend of Zelda game that I played was Wind Waker. I never did Twilight Princess. I didn't do any of the Game Boy games. I never beat Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. I saw that it got remade. I haven't done any of these. So, like, if I actually went back and played all these old games, I'd love to do that. And one of these days I will. And even some of, like, the Castlevania games. Like, I had Castlevania on Super Nintendo. I never beat it. Like, there's so many old games that I wish I could go back and play. And it's not that I can't go back and play them. I just haven't done it yet.
So I want to catch
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I beat Ocarina of Time. I remember my mom and I stayed up really late. I was in like 4th or 5th grade. And we stayed up really late and we beat Ocarina of Time. And Majora's Mask, I didn't like the time mechanics. But I would play that just to play it. It was such a good fucking time, man. Well, I remember whenever I beat Bowser in Super Mario World, I fucking went and I woke my mom up. I was like, yo, I fucking beat him. And she's like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? I beat Bowser. Get your ass out there. We're going to watch the end cinematic right now. Because, like, you got to remember, back then, like, no, there wasn't like a YouTube where you could just watch what happens after you kill Bowser. I didn't know it was going to happen. Like, what the fuck is it going to be? She had no idea. Nobody has any idea. So I remember that so fucking clearly, man. Oh, my God. And like, yeah, it was on like the old TV, and you know, sitting there looking up at it. It was the fucking quintessential '90s experience, man.
I will stream them probably, and I want to catch up with all these, you know, single players games. Resident Evil that I grow up.
I always thought Resident Evil sucked. The only Resident Evil I thought about playing was Resident Evil Village. It had nothing to do with the gameplay.
On them, and they now rework them, so maybe I will experience my second youth. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for your watching and your likes and your support. I know I was not there for 3 months, but I hope this month I will catch up with everything. See you next time.
I think that was a nice video. This is a nice video. It's explained everything pretty well. Bad tech. No, I just don't. Listen, why do I want to live in a world? Give me a second. Why do I want to live in a world where I have to count my bullets whenever I can just go play Doom? Why the fuck would I want to do that? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I am, no. And it's like, yeah, that's completely different games. I don't care. That's the kind of game I like. That's what I enjoy. People love Resident Evil. I'm so happy for them. Maybe I'll play a new one whenever it comes out. But the fact is, I fucking like games like Doom. I like games like Doom, fucking Halo, Modern Warfare, like run and gun, like the last, like Dead Rising. Remember that game, Dead Rising? Like you're just driving through, like cutting down hordes of zombies. Oh, it's just fucking fun, man. It's awesome. Yeah, Gears of War. Holy fuck. I played the campaign of Gears of War like 4 times over. It was so good. Holy shit. Try Resident Evil 6. Yeah, Quake. Yeah, fuck. I used to play Quake. I mean, anybody who grew up and is 32 years old now and played video games growing up probably played Quake. Let's be honest. Same with Unreal Tournament. Well, I'm really glad to see this guy trying Final Fantasy out. I think it's good. And, you know, it's like you can play Final Fantasy like a single-player game and really kind of get something out of it. I hope he joins my server. He could also join the Midgard Sommer. That's Rich's server, and his guild is, like, super involved, and they're, like, really, really into doing stuff. I wish we were all on the same server, but it just kind of happened that one day where I ended up going to Cactar and not Midgard Stormer. I feel like you weren't able to make characters there or something. I don't remember exactly why I wasn't able to do that. Yeah, but you can server transfer? Yeah, but I have friends that made characters on Cactar because of me. Like, Iron Mouse plays on Cactar, actually. So there's a number of other people that are on Cactar that I'd want to play with, too. But at least now, like, you have, you know, we're all in the same data center, so it doesn't really matter that much. It's okay. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's see here. Baldo is on Statagonus. Aether, if I can recall. No, I'm not. Stopped playing Lost Ark ages ago, but I'm here because you're entertaining. Yeah, I mean, just watch streams. Like, the thing is, it's hard to, like, transition away from doing content for one game, but as long as the content is good, you'll always regrow back to where you were at least on YouTube. He was talking about Xeno, not you. Oh, really? I don't know what... Yeah, I don't know what server Xeno is on, because he's probably on Aether Data Center as well, right? Sargatanas? I don't even know what the fuck that is. I guess that's somewhere later on in the story. All hail the almighty Grand Wizard. Ooh, that's probably not what you'd say. Let's see here. Look, Mom, my armor's so good I can one-shot all the heretics. Yeah, Warhammer mindset. Dude, I really wish that they had a Warhammer 40k MMO that was really fun. I would love that, man. Good catch. I mean, the thing is, like, you just think of it, and I remember, like, I don't know who it was, but, like, somebody tried to put Grand Wizard in, like, their title for Twitch. They weren't able to do it, and they're like, why not? And they're like, okay, let me tell you a bit of a story about some ghosts. Was XQC? Yeah. And, like, he had no fucking idea, right? The guy, didn't he grow up in Canada? He has no fucking idea. And so he's like, well, yeah, it's like people probably freaked out about that, but yeah, it's just what happens.